Welcome to the Winnebago Council Virtual Whittling Chip video. In this video, you're going to learn about different knives, what to carry at camp, how to care for your tools, and the basics of whittling. When it comes to wearing your whittling chip on your uniform, you can either wear it on the front breast pocket as a temporary patch, or you can actually wear it on the red vest anywhere on that vest. Now, when we're working with sharp objects, we always want to keep our first aid kit around, and that's going to have our band-aids and moist towelettes in there, so we can use these to get cleaned up if we ever hurt ourselves during our whittling activity. So a big thing to keep in mind when we're working with different knives is that these are going to be tools, not toys. So these tools each have different uses we got to be respectful of. This is going to be a tomato knife with small serrations, a bread knife with much larger serrations, and then a traditional fixed blade sheath knife with a hilt. This hilt's going to stop you from ramming your fingers into stuff. All in all, not great knives to take to camp. Folding knives like these guys, on the other hand, are going to be great knives to take to camp. First, you've got a nice multi-tool Gerber here with these different kinds of knives and saws and different tools that pop out of the side. Now, the nice thing about these is that they actually are going to lock. As you can see, if I push my hand on the back of this thing, it's not going to push in on me until I release that lock. Other knives that you can take to camp are going to include like a Swiss Army knife like this. It's going to have a ton of different tools that you can use for different things out on the trail. But what you got to keep in mind is that the knives on the Swiss Army knife do not lock. So they are going to push back on you and can slam down on your fingers if you're not careful. This is going to be the knife that I carry everywhere. This is a rather large knife. You don't want to choose anything over 4.5 inches, and this is a 4.5 inch blade with a double lock. So this lock on the back and the lock on the inside have to both be pressed before it can close. All in all, these are great carrying around knives. Just remember to keep in mind that if you use the Swiss Army knife, don't chop your own fingers off with it. Now, when you receive your whittling chip, you're going to need to sign the Pocketknife Pledge, and that's going to have a few different rules that we're going to go over in these next couple of short video segments.
Hey Richie, can I borrow your knife?
Of course you can borrow my knife, as long as you take it safely from me.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Welcome.
Richie, go on.
Let me put my knife down first. Whenever you go to use your knife, make sure to take it out, and with the handle, make sure nobody's inside of your blood circle. And remember, never cut towards yourself. Alright, now let's talk sharpeners. You're going to have a couple of different ones you're going to normally see. There's the traditional Kitchener sharpener like the one on our left, and then our whetstone. That's right, W-H-E-T, that is with an H. It's a whetstone. That's what you're going to sharpen your knives on. Now, sharpening knives is almost an art form. It takes a little bit of skill and practice, but you'll get used to it pretty quick. When you grab your whetstone, what you're going to notice is this red mark is going to represent our blade, and then the green represents a penny to show that small angle that we're going for underneath of the knife to try and get that edge nice and sharp. What you're going to notice is that the whetstone has two sides, a rough and a smooth side. The smooth side is on top right now. That's what we're going to use second, but we're first going to start on this rough side. And when we turn the knife around, we want to use the same number of strokes so we have an even blade. Now that we've got our rough sharpening done, we want to smooth the metal out with this smooth side. And for our beginner whittling project, we're going to need some things like a knife, tongue depressor, a hunk of soap, and a bit of sandpaper. When you're sharpening a knife, what you're actually doing is you're pulling small pieces of metal off of it by running it against the whetstone. You're doing something very similar here with this tongue depressor and the sandpaper by rubbing it against and creating an edge. If we keep working on this edge long enough, we should have something sharp enough to be able to cut through different materials, as you can see with this credit card. Well, not sharp enough. Let's get back to work. That's pretty sharp. That should be good enough to cut through our soap. Now we can begin our whittling. Once we have our nice sharp tongue depressor, we can actually begin shaping our soap. Once you're pretty comfortable with the tongue depressor, you can start moving up to an actual knife. Just be careful and make sure you don't cut yourself. Now, once we've got our basic shaping done, we're actually going to have what looks like our end product, but we still have to add some detail and smooth some things out. You can actually take these soap shavings and melt them down into a usable soap bar if you want. And always remember to clean up after yourselves when you finish.